Hello everyone. The other day I did a video on numerology and where it pertains with your wedding date, for example. And so I had mentioned that it's also, not a bad idea to look at the astrology side of things as well. And so I want to talk about that a little bit today. Now, when we talk about astrology, there's many different calculations, two main, ideologies, right, that surround astrology: and Western astrology, which is used more in the United States, and Eastern true sidereal astrology, which is the visible sky. So that's kind of like traditional, right? So that's where it should be, I think, anyways. What you look up at the sky and you see where things are, it kind of matters. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how that would pertain to getting married, right? So on an astrology chart, right? So you see where your planets are, your sun, your moon, the luminaries, and then you see where your personal planets are: Venus, Mars, and so on. So it's important to know where those are on the date that you are getting married, and then the approximate time. And I mean, weddings start late all the time. So if you want to know ahead of time, you say, well, we're planning on getting married at 5 o'clock on, let's say, July 2nd. And I'm pretty sure that is a Saturday. So on July 2nd, where would the sun be? Well, I can tell you that the sun would be in Gemini, only because by the visible sky, if you were born July 2nd, you're a Gemini. So I can tell you that right now off the bat, right? And a Gemini wedding's, what a wonderful wedding. I mean, you're the duality in your relationships, the connection, the deeper connection that's made is really good. There's you still have the two individuals, right? So that Gemini does take effect in that respect. So where would the sun be, or where would the moon be? The ascendant. So those are going to be your three mains that you would look at, and then you can go deeper and you can look at where the personal planets and the generational planets are, and transitioning planets. So you can look to see where those are at, and if there's any aspects, are there trines, are there squares, are there oppositions, are there sextiles, like what's going on, right? And it would give you just a little bit of insight as to the wedding, or the marriage as a whole. Now it goes even deeper if you wanted to do like a compatibility. So you're taking your natal chart and your soon-to-be spouse's natal chart, and you're looking at the compatibility between you guys. You can do that with numerology too. You can see if like a 5 and a 6. A 5 and a 6 would have a harder time making a home together, because a 5 wants to just change up everything all the time, where a 6 likes things to be pretty organized, structured, and they don't like change a whole lot. So but when it comes to the astrology of it, you would be able to see that also. So it's just really interesting to see. Now, if you wanted to know right off the get-go, you've already picked your date, whatever month it's in, and the date. In the comments below, I'll put a chart that'll say, an Aries is April 21st through May 2nd, or 12th rather. And, Capricorn is in January 20th to February 13th, so they'll all be in the comments, and then very quickly you can see where your sun, on your date of your wedding, where your sun's going to be at, and that's going to give you a really quick example of like how that unit would go, right? So like, let's say a Capricorn marriage. A lot of times, because depending on where you live, if you did get married, and a Capricorn would be in that December, that January rather, January 20th through February 13th, you're probably going to choose a tropical wedding. And so now that placement of where you got married changes depending on, is it going to be in the Caribbean? Is it going to be, some place in the southern US? Or is it going to be, in another country? Still, then you would want to get a little bit more specific as far as where it was. And that's by pulling in the astrology chart and knowing the location of it also, because it will change the planet placements and the aspects of that coupling. Okay. But there's, on a Capricorn wedding, definitely has a more of a mature outlook, right? So more businessy, right? So love life would be definitely more private, where, it's not to say that you're not going to have fun and you can't spice it up, but it wouldn't be as as fiery as like a Sagittarius wedding. So like a Sagittarius wedding is going to be December 19th through January 19th. And then that would be a very, very passionate marriage, So again, just it kind of matters. So I thought it'd be really interesting to just give you a quick little, taste of what you'd be looking at. There's a plethora of information, online. I'm sure you could Google wedding date as a Pisces or wedding date as a Libra or whatever, right? So you could Google it. You can also get a hold of me, and I would love to help you with that. Stuff like that. I just want to see people happy. So just get a hold of me and I'll be like, sure, let's pull that up really quick. And, because it's a lot of fun. So I don't usually ask for any monetary or any, anything at all and trade for that. Cause I want to just see everybody happy and at least having the knowledge, right? So, we're armed with that knowledge. So, we already talked about the numerology, and now we've gotten a little bit more on the astrology. So it's just real basic, right? You don't want to get too busy with a video, and I've been working all afternoon, so I have no makeup on whatsoever. I probably look like I'm a white ghost, which whatever. Anyway, so look at that. Get the date of when you're going to get married, and it may cause you to want to think about a different date, who knows, but at least it would give you a little bit more of an insight as to what kind of marriage you would have. Now, it's not going to tell you if you're going to get divorced. It's not going to tell you if you're going to, be happily ever after. You can get a lot of that information when you dig deeper into the astrology chart, right? So like I talked about aspects and planet placement. You can also get a little bit deeper in that with the numerology. So to have an overall picture, you'd want to do both. And again, I want to just say one more time, I really believe that it is important to use the visible sky. And that's not because I practice true real astrology. I practice astrology by the visible sky. Where are the stars right at the time that you're looking at? Where are the stars? Actually located, it's because otherwise it's just an idea, and it's not that it's not valid, but where are the stars at? Where are the planets at that moment? There's a lot of power there. There's a lot of energy there. So you may want to really, really consider what kind of chart you're pulling, and I'm honest to God, I love to help. So if you want to know, just get a hold of me. You can leave a comment. You can get a hold of me on Facebook. You can get a hold of me on my website, thehippiesage.com. I want to be helpful and see people happy and be informed. So anyway, I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful day. It's really cold here, so I stayed inside all day. So I'm, depending on where you are, you know, the sun hasn't really come out much either, so I'm hoping that it decides to peek its head tomorrow. It'll be awesome. So anyways, well, I hope everybody has a really good day and an amazing weekend. It's Friday, so have fun. Anyways, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye.